In Chief Justice John Marshall's opinion, he essentially poses three different questions. First, he wants to know whether or not there's some sort of legal harm suffered by William Marbury.
He says fundamentally that what the president did was illegal. By refusing to deliver the commission, President Jefferson did not faithfully execute the law.
Next, he wants to know whether there's a remedy at law for those legal injuries.
And Marshall says because Marbury didn't receive that commission, he has a right to sue. And so here we are now 2/3 of the way through the opinion, and it looks like Marbury's about to win.
Then we get to that third question. Can the Supreme Court do anything about it?
And Marshall turns around and basically does a 180-degree turn and says, but we have a problem.
He decides to go back to the Judiciary Act of 1789. And he finds that this writ of mandamus was an expansion of original jurisdiction. It expanded the power that the court has under the Constitution.
What would happen if we could add to the court's original jurisdiction outlined in the Constitution just by passing legislation? Well, that means that you could amend the Constitution with any old act of legislation. Why not amend Article 1, the powers of Congress? Why not amend Article 2, powers of the presidency?
So what does Marshall do? He says, you know what? I don't think that that part of the Judiciary Act of 1789 is constitutional.
Chief Justice John Marshall reasons that the Judiciary Act of 1789 essentially amends the Constitution.
The Supreme Court doesn't have the power to issue a mandate that something happen.
Therefore, the part of the Judiciary Act of 1789, that's Section 13, that adds to the Supreme Court's original jurisdiction, must be null and void. It cannot stand because it directly conflicts with Article 3, Section 2 of the United States Constitution.
And as a result, he declared a law of Congress unconstitutional.
And from then on, established the precedent for judicial review.
Judicial review.
Judicial review.
Which is the court's greatest power. That only the Supreme Court can say what the Constitution is.
This ability to examine laws, compare them to the Constitution, and when there's a discrepancy, to actually declare that law or part of that law null and void.
It is a seminal case that defines the power of the United States Supreme Court. The Supreme Court today has the power to interpret the Constitution and say what the law is solely because of Marbury versus Madison.